These are the 10 biggest mistakes that swimmers are making, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them. One of the worst bad habits that I see time and time again is breathing off the wall. You got to remember, when you push off the wall or you dive in, this is the fastest point. You'll never swim any faster because the water is 800 times more dense than air. So maximize your streamline, carry your speed into the first few strokes, and if you take a breath, that's actually going to slow you down. So here's how to fix it. Don't breathe off the wall. It really is that easy. Now I know it can be difficult when you're doing a flip turn and you feel out of breath, but you just have to work on this in training. And if you can do it consistently, you're gonna make progress and you're gonna swim faster. One of the biggest mistakes I see over and over is not pushing off the wall in streamline. Remember, the water is dense. You gotta make sure you're carrying that speed off the wall into your stroke. So if you don't push off in streamline, you're gonna slow yourself down. The way you can maximize your speed in streamline is by focusing on putting your top hand, your thumb is gonna grab the bottom hand. If you're loose or your hands are separated, you're not really gonna maintain that speed that you have off the wall. Remember, momentum equals mass times velocity. You wanna maximize your velocity so you carry the most amount of momentum off of the wall. The only way you can do that is being tight from fingertips all the way through your toes. If you're not doing a proper warm up and cool down, you're setting yourself up for failure. You gotta make sure you're dynamic before you train and then static after. If you're not familiar, dynamic warm ups are what I'm doing right now. Doing arm swings, basically just getting a little bit of a hit in the stretch, but you're not holding the stretch. So these are great exercises to make sure you're getting your heart rate activated, a little bit of central nervous system activation, but you're not holding it. What you do after the swim is a little bit different. After the workout, you're gonna do what are called static stretches. The blood has already flowed and you're just gonna hold the muscle in that position. Oftentimes I see swimmers doing the static stretch before they swim. Instead, you wanna do dynamic, and studies have proven that dynamic stretching before your workout can actually improve performance by anywhere from 3 to 5%. Go faster! No, this is wrong. If it's in the warm-up. A big mistake that swimmers make is they just go too darn fast in the warm-up. It's called warm-up for a reason, because you need to get the blood flowing. You have to gradually increase your heart rate. I had this big mistake. When I was growing up, I would swim so fast the first 25. I would dolphin kick to like 15, I would go past 15 meters, and I would blow out all my energy, build up a bunch of lactic acid, and then the rest of the workout was shot. You wanna build into the workout gradually, so that way you finish the workout at your best. Now let me tell you something, if you're not taking enough rest between sets, or you're taking too little rest, these are bad habits that we can get ourselves into all the time, especially if you're a fitness swimmer, if you're doing triathlons, or you feel like you have to get in a good workout and therefore you can't take a lot of rest, maybe 5 seconds between sets. Heck, maybe you just swim back and forth continuously. This is a bad habit that you need to work yourself out of, because if you want to swim faster, if you want to improve your technique, you're gonna have to break up your sets and have variations of not only intensity, but how much rest you're actually getting between sets. That's one of the benefits of the MySwimPro app, and that's why we developed it, so that way you don't even have to think about this. The app automatically tells you what to do, how hard to go, how much rest you should take between sets, and that's why you should check it out, linked in the description below. Do you see what they're doing wrong?
No, coach, what are they doing wrong?
They're swimming too slow. If you want to swim faster, you have to train fast. You can't just swim back and forth expecting to go faster. That's not how this works. You need to train your body the way you want it to perform. And actually, you have to even train above your desired race pace. And even if you're not competing, it still doesn't matter, because if you just want to swim for fitness, you still need to have that variation, because if you don't do it, you're not gonna get the most out of your body, out of the workout, and then it's just kind of a waste of time. So if you wanna swim faster, break the bad habit of swimming the same speed all the time. Imagine driving your car and you can only go 30 miles an hour and that's it. There's a reason why there's a gas pedal and there's gears. You can crank it up, crank it down, make sure you do that and swim faster. Another way you can crank it up and crank it down is with music. Whether you're going for a leisurely swim or leveling up the intensity, Underwater Audio has you covered. With their waterproof music players, you can listen to your favorite music, podcasts, or audiobooks while you swim. You can use the Delphin, which has a touch screen and is compatible with Spotify, Pandora, and Audible, and a bunch of other apps. You can load custom playlists to listen to while you swim, even without an internet connection. The Dolphin clips onto your goggle straps and comes with waterproof swim bud headphones that stay in place even through fast swims and turns. You can also check out their new bone conduction headphones, which takes it to an entirely new level. Don't I look pretty awesome in these? So if you're in the market for a waterproof music player, definitely check them out. Head over to the link in the description for a big discount. Thanks again to Underwater Audio for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. A lot of the time we think we need to swim freestyle because that's our primary stroke, or we're not fast at the other strokes. But I'll tell you this, a bad habit that a lot of swimmers make is thinking that I'm only good at freestyle, so I'm only going to swim freestyle. And even if you're competing in the 50 freestyle, the 100 freestyle, any of the events, you still need to swim the other strokes. So break the bad habit of only swimming freestyle, only thinking that you can swim freestyle, and actually go out and start to mix in the different strokes. Even if it's just backstroke, that's great for opening up your shoulders and making sure you reduce the chance of actually injuring yourself. Swim a little bit of breaststroke, even try the butterfly if you're more adventurous. But the benefit of swimming all the different strokes is that you activate different muscles and you develop your feel of the water. And this is probably the most important reason why you should swim other strokes. You get more muscle activation, improve your feel of the water, and that's gonna help your primary stroke, even if it happens to be freestyle. I want to tell you guys the secret to swimming faster, and that is being consistent. I know it sounds boring, but it's helped me a ton. Instead of trying to focus on what I do in the pool, how about get yourself to the pool on a consistent basis? They say it takes 21 days to build a habit, so it's so important that if you want to build momentum and have your effort compound over time, you actually have to set up a plan that you can be consistent with. So if you want to take your swimming to the next level, make sure you focus on building a habit of being consistent. And it's a bad habit if you're not consistent. So make sure you prioritize it in your schedule and make it happen. And one of the biggest mistakes that we see swimmers make is swimming with improper technique. Coach Kaylee, how important is it to swim with good technique?
Technique is the foundation of good swimming. If you don't have technique, you're not going to go anywhere.
You heard it there, folks. So make sure you swim with every stroke that has intentionality. You're focused on technique, maximizing your distance per stroke, because you can get in the routine and just flail your arms, swim back and forth. You're going so hard, you're working so hard. But if you're doing it with the wrong technique, we call this a garbage stroke. Focus on good technique in the pool and make it happen. Do you hear that?
No, what?
That's the sound of failure. When you splash and you make noise, that is improper technique. Remember, the water is 800 times more dense than air. I sound like a broken record. Don't make me do that, guys. And it's because when you splash and your hand slaps the water, you're displacing the water. And that means you're moving slowly. So you are failing when you swim if you make a lot of splash. Now, I know you're gonna say, well, I've seen the 50 freestyle and the world record holder, he's going so fast, there's so much white water. Yeah, they're going really, really fast. But when you're swimming easy, especially when you're cooling down, you should have absolutely no noise. And that's why I always recommend, my favorite drill to finish a workout is silent swimming. And this is where you're focusing on using all of your senses. When your fingertips enter the water, you're just sliding your fingers right through. No noise, no splash, and you're really listening to the sound that your fingertips make as they enter the water. That's how you should finish every workout and also start every workout. You wanna finish the workout the way you wanna start the next workout. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe over on MySwimPro, give us a shout out for that 100K sub, and I'll see you at the next video. Happy swimming.